I mean, even to the point as the predicament that I was in myself. I mean, I've been plagued with it all day. I mean, it was 7 o'clock this morning when I started on these donuts. And they're them little mini white donuts. I don't know how many of them you can eat, you know, at once. I've never reached that point. I don't know that, but one of them little things is good. But keep them in the refrigerator, and you can just cut them right off with a knife there like that. Yes, if you had a donut eating contest and you draw from a hat which type of donut that you have on your plate, not a mixed lot. One person would get powdered, one person would get cake, one person would get yeast, one person would get the pineapple, blueberry, on down the line, and so forth. You know what? I never did. You know, I've eaten some donuts in my time, quite a few. I'm no expert on it whatsoever. But I tell you what, if I was in the donut eating contest, I definitely would not, I wouldn't be, well, I've done it myself. You know what I mean? Them there all brand donuts, you can eat too many of them at one time. I'm just giving you a warning, that 100% brand, you know what I mean? You can overload. You can overload your system on them all brand donuts. You've done it yourself, may not have noticed. You know, you may have reached that limit and didn't know what to blame it on. Well, being observant as I am, I come to the conclusion that if you eat too many of those all brand donuts, you'll have some kind of intestinal disorder. I'm just saying, be on guard for it. If it happens, then it's not out of line, you know. But it's not a thing you'd want to make public, you know. Just blame it on something, blame it on the dog, you know what I mean. I didn't put, you know, everyone in the house is going to know about it anyway. These are pretty good. Like I say, don't quote me on no numbers or nothing like that. I definitely have not been even close to the limit of how many of these you could eat at one time. You know what I mean? I mean, I like them, but, you know, I have a personal limit. Like, you know, 4. You know, they come in a box over there. They're real cheap. About $3. It's a mixed lot. Half of these and half of them. Most likely, if you are a viewer of this video, then you know what I'm talking about, most likely. Little mini donuts with white powder on them. Save the chocolate to last is my advice. And you know what? if I may beg your indulgence to pardon my eating while we're talking, at least it'll help me out because that way I get two things done. You know what I mean? I'll be running off at the mouth and eating at the same time. But on past that, this right here, I'm going to throw the challenge out there to anybody. This little item right here would be hard, if not impossible. I'll give it a stab a couple of times trying to duplicate this. I've tried it all. I'll own up to it. I couldn't come up with a recipe. Nothing like this. And I don't think anybody has. You know what I mean? Because they're perfection in what they are. And once you have made a donut as good as it can be, you're not going to improve on that. If it's not identical to it, then there's nothing above it. It has to be below. So any modification of any kind to this recipe will be to lower its standard.